You started watching US news blog. Let's start. Blame Iowa. Nope, the Democrats did this to themselves. What's saying? Democrats across America are unloading deserved outrage on official in the state of Iowa for Monday's night disaster, in which the caucuses, long designated as the first in the nation presidential test, failed to deliver any kind of result in time to help the party or its candidate. They should save a generous portion of their outrage for their own national party. It was party leader decades long appeasement of Iowa voters, letting the state keep its privilege first in the nation position for long after the causes became an anachronism that led to what today has journalists reaching for the treasurers to find synonyms for catastrophe and meltdown and demystify. For a couple of decades now, it's apparent that Iowa Democratic Party causes violate some of the root principles that should drive a political contest to encourage turnout. No, the caucuses actively repel anyone who does not have several hours to invest at gathering. Secret ballot? No. You have to declare your choice openly in front of your neighbors. One person, one vote. No, the party devises a confusing delegate equivalent formula that could well mean the candidate who turns out the most participant does not actually come in first. Switching to a normal primary election is and has been the obvious remedy and would have saved a lot of headache trying to tabulate multiple rounds of numbers last night. But New Hampshire has long said no, we got to held the first primary, indeed state law mandates it, meaning that New Hampshire will just move it primary to beat out anyone who scheduled an earlier one. Long-time New Hampshire Secretary of State Bill Gardner, who had held the job since 1976, has often threatened to move their primary into the year before the election to protect that status. The only way Iowa gets to stay first is by holding a caucus and staying first in all its measures to fork of Iowa. I am being a caucus skeptic for years, and shortly after the 2016 cycle, I ran into former Iowa Senator Tom Harkin, with whom I crossed to salt about the system. He told me that there would be changes made come 2020. That next time they could actually be counting voters, something Republicans have done all along by simply polling caucus goer. That's why Republicans don't have this problem in Iowa. They basically run a primary election and just call it a caucus for sake of tradition. Whatever he expected, it could not have been this. Out of pride in their view, Democrats decided they would hold three counts: initial preferences after support of non-viable candidates realigned, and then that delegate equivalent count. As the caucus approached, there were many question notes in the press that two or three different candidates might claim victory. Based on these different numbers, there were also warning that the demands of these separate counts is going to put a lot of pressure on the system. Not to worry, Iowa said. There's an app for that. Between partial meltdown of that app and the understandable inability of many precinct officials to calculate all different numbers, the system collapsed. Iowa and more political signals, the party as a whole suffered the same kind of black eye that the Obama had suffered when its healthcare website collapsed during its debate. The candidates who did well were deprived of their moment in the sun. Those who may have done badly, I am looking at you, Mr. X, Vice President, escaped injury. They left themselves wide open to mockery from the very president they are trying to beat. As much as this was Iowa local failure, it also marked a massive failure of courage on the part of Democratic Party. 12 years ago, when Florida began demanding a bigger role for states that better represented the American electorate, the National Party pushed back hard, and the candidates, fearful of alienating voters in Iowa and New Hampshire, the fall election, agreed to boycott that state primarily. Could not had Florida not tried to jump the line that year by moving primary up, Hillary Clinton would have won a landslide victory in the campaign and might well have emerged as a 2008 nominee. The party did move the dates of Nevada and South Carolina to put more diverse states in play earlier in the calendar, but the fundamental flaw, the enormous attention paid to state employee anti-democratic, unwieldy, poorly and process remain. As the co-founder 30 years ago with Joe Klein of the committee to start the process in Hawaii, a movement intended to blend civic good with personal comfort. I confess to here overflowing with scandalfred at what happened Monday night. Long-time critics of Iowa now feel like Jor-El, Superman's father, whose warning to the elders of Krypton about the planet instability went ignored. But there's broader issue here. Democrats have since January 2017 argued that preventing a second term for Donald Trump was a matter of protecting the American system from the most unfit occupier of the Oval Office ever. While it may not prove to be decisive, the party refusal to end a deeply flawed process to begin the selection for a term opponent has made it harder for them to achieve the goal. Or as Buddha might have put it, karma is a bitch. Wow. Thanks friends for watching this video. Please like this video, share this video and comment the comment section what you think, what you want to say, what you want to express about this event and about you. Please still if not subscribe to my channel, subscribe it and press the bell icon so you get regular notification of my videos. And we'll see you soon. Meet soon in my next video. Till then, have a nice day. Enjoy.